Forget gurus. Forget anyone claiming to be an online business expert without going through the challenges of entrepreneurship themselves. The Real Money, Real Business podcast is here to prove the best insights in online business comes from your fellow online business builders. We dig into stories of entrepreneurs selling their business on the Empire Flippers marketplace so that you can learn how they made their business profitable, how they overcame obstacles, and what lessons they learned in their online journey. If you want to take your business and your knowledge to the next level, you've come to the right podcast. Let's get started.
Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Real Money, Real Business podcast. We record these interviews so potential buyers have more information about the seller and the business to help them make a buying decision. Before we dive in, let's go over a brief summary of the business. It is an Amazon FBA and e-commerce business created in August 2012 in the office supply niche. The average monthly revenue for the business is $11,822 and makes an average of $4,014 per month in net profit. The assets included in the sale are the domain and all site content and files, the Amazon Seller Central account with 30 products and 78 SKUs, other sales channels such as Who's and eBay accounts, trademarks, social media accounts for Facebook, Pinterest, and Twitter, supplier contacts, patents, and it is worth noting that inventory is not normally included in the list price, and further details can be provided to active buyers. For everyone listening, you can visit empireflippers.com/marketplace and search for listing 55710 to learn more about the business, or you can unlock this listing to start your due diligence if you're interested in purchasing this asset. So that's a brief overview of the business for sale. So let's hear from the seller with me today. So welcome to the show, Leon, and how are you doing today?
Great. How are you?
I'm doing perfect. Thank you so much for asking. It's really great to have you on the call, and I'm interested to learn more about you and your business. So to start us off, can you tell us a little bit about your background in building and running online businesses?
Okay. I have been doing running companies for more than 30 years. And the company we are talking about is selling. I started in 2012. So before this company, I ran another company. It's in fashion industry. So I started the first one in 90s. So it has been quite a long time. I still keeping the fashion company, but we are not doing fashion business anymore. Mostly that company is just only make some investment. That's it. Mainly just for efforts to this company.
Okay. Now, where did you get the idea to start this business or go into this niche specifically for the office supply? Was there something during the time of growing the fashion business that you saw as an opportunity with office supplies in that general industry?
Oh, yes. It happened in a very particular occasion. In 2012, when the lease we were having was going to expire, so I need to move to a new place. Then I think since we are going to a new place, office, so it's no need for us to bring the older stuff. So I want to buy everything new for the new office. Then I bought a very modern desks, chairs, and other furnitures. When they are ready, I needed to put desktop accessories on the desks. Then I went to Staples and Office Depot, but I cannot find something which really fit the modern desk and the furniture. Then I thought maybe I was not in the right place. So I went to Macy's and went to Bloomingdale's and the other much higher end stores. And even I went to some specialty stores. Neither I couldn't find anything suitable. In the market, there are many modern, very high-end furniture and office products, but they do not have good quality desktop accessories. Then I think, since there's no profit there, why I don't make a collection to fill this empty area? Then I decided to start the business. And we designed the first item, and later on the second, and then the third, one by one. Until now, we have mainly most of the 30 SKUs and selling quite well.
Yeah, it's an amazing story. And it's great that you found that opportunity just through, moving locations yourself and realizing there was a demand for this type of business. So it's really awesome you were able to grow this business based on your experience. Now, you mentioned that, the business is doing really great at this time. So why is it that you've decided that you would like to sell the business?
This is because I'm going to retire in 1 or 2 years. So I just shrinking the business. I don't want to still expand it. So it's better for me just repair everything, just gradually and get out of the business and have some happy time when I get retired.
Yeah, that's a really common answer, I guess, in the regard of wanting to retire and settle down and wanting to pass the baton for this business on to the next owner for them to take it to its full potential. Now, was there anything that you learned while growing this business that just seemed to really work?
Oh, yes. I think, particularly for online business, the most important thing is you need to have unique collection. Our product is very, very unique, and nobody in the world has the same items. So when you have this kind of collection, you have the possibility and to market it, and you don't get people to compete with you and try to make it less and less value. Another thing is some good item, you need to have patents. We have 4 patents, so nobody can copy it for the most best-selling items. So this make the line very profitable and can be quite last for a long time.
It's great that you took an approach to having high quality items and not just items that can be easily duplicated or copied, as you had mentioned. And I think having those patents as well is a great asset to have with this business, because now you're setting yourself up to stay away from copycats coming in and trying to steal your customers as well. So that's really great to hear that. Now, was there anything that you tried with this business and it just didn't work out the way you were hoping for?
That's true. A few years ago, when Walmart they started to pursue online business, they invited us to join them, and we tried, but it didn't work. And later on, I think only after a few months, and we withdraw, we think it's not worthy for us to be in a low end market. So you can imagine if some people buy a Burberry and they said, I bought it from Walmart, then whatever Burberry brand it is, and they don't think it is really worthy, right? So it will damage your brand. So for the high end, we learn from the market that most people, they don't care the price. They want to high quality. They don't care very few people. They will ask for discount. They just like it, they buy it. Even some people, they don't buy cheap. If you said I can give how much discount, they don't like it. They think that this is a discount item. They don't like. So they need to be really unique quality and good brand. This is very important. So our suggestion is don't go to low end market. This is very important.
Yeah, very great advice as well there. Now, with this business being both Amazon FBA and e-commerce, where would you say that a majority of your traffic is coming from? Is most of it coming through the Amazon marketplace, or do you have organic search traffic coming into the website and then going to Amazon? Can you walk us through that process?
Mainly, I think over 90% sales are from Amazon. And we also have tried some at the very beginning when we sell our collection, we also tried ourselves. But it costs too much because we need to use third-party warehouse and make delivery and make shipment. But you do this is okay. But the problem is it very often happens that one parcel is missing during the transportation or one item is damaged. Then you need to talk to the shipping company and then let them to locate to find. Then the time you spend on it, it's too much. It's not worthy. So this is the reason we mainly focus Amazon. And of course, we have who's we also sell some. This company also doing quite well, but we shipment from Amazon. And sometimes we also listed on eBay. They also get some sales, but not significant. It's a very small, tiny portion. So mainly from Amazon, particularly when we are selling in Amazon Japan. Japan is a very good market. So US is number one, and our sales in Japan is the second. And there are huge potential to enlarge the sales in Japan.
Yeah, that's a great mention there. And it kind of leads me into my next question for you, Lian, in describing how you're getting your inventory from the manufacturer into Amazon. So you just mentioned that you don't use a third-party supplier or a third-party logistics provider. Do you directly ship from the manufacturer directly to Amazon?
Yes, we have an inspector overseas. And when the factory finishes the products, and we let the inspector inspect it, they will ship the good to our inspector. Our inspector have an office because our products is high value, but not take too much space. So he make the inspection. When finished inspection, and we give him the shipping details, where to ship how many items to Amazon US, how many to Amazon Japan, or ship how many to Amazon UK. So our inspector is handling it.
Yeah, it's a really great business model that you've set up here, and to limit, I guess, losing parcels, as you had mentioned earlier in the call, and having that direct line of, logistics in order. It's really great to hear that. I know you touched base on this a little bit earlier in the call, Lian, as far as adding high quality items to the product line, but what are some other ways that you would personally try and grow this business if you had kept it?
I think my plan is to build a full line of desktop accessories so that you can sell it globally. Because like office products, it's different from like fashion or other business. Other business, maybe you have kind of limitation because of the area or because of the weather. For example, when we sell jackets to Russia, and Russia is very cold, right? So you need to buy very heavy, thick jacket. But you cannot sell these jackets to some countries like Spain or India or South Africa. So that means some items have limited regions, or you can only sell here and you cannot sell there. Even like these jackets, we can sell in New York, but cannot sell in Florida. So that's different from like office product. If you go to all over the world, you go to the offices, they use the same products, same desks and the same like chairs quite everywhere. So it's the same. So that means there is a huge market there. As long as you have good collection, if you can sell in US, you can sell in Russia, in Germany, and in Japan, you're anywhere. They take the same products. So that means the market prospect is huge. Only need a time to develop it. And recently, Amazon has developed their market. Now they have covered more countries. We only at the moment focus on 3 or 4 countries. But if I want to expand my business, I definitely will go with Amazon and to sell in each country. Because everywhere, these country people, you have high-end product, they look for this kind of product. So it's have a huge potential there.
Yeah, absolutely. I completely agree with you. And having that global reach with this business industry and the business model you've set up is a really great opportunity there. Now, on the flip side of that, Lian, what do you feel are maybe some of the potential risks associated with this business that a buyer should be aware of?
I think for a high-end brand, the most important thing and for the risk is the quality. Because to build the brand like we are doing, I spent from 2012 to now like 9 years. and the people recognize our brand, oh, this product is good. And many people, they saw our product on their desk and the other people, they want to buy. But to destroy the brand, maybe only have a few shipments, you are totally finished because they think this quality is too poor and it's not worthy. Then you are not able to rebuild. Since we have built this brand on a very good background now, and many like market have market recognition, so they needed to control very good quality. This is the most important because other things like other companies, they maybe face more challenges. Like suppose recently shipping charges, the shipping charge doubled or 3 times as before, and their profit is very tiny. Then the shipping charges eat up all their profit. So, but for us, high end, this is quite small portion. We can sustain if it does not influence too much. Another thing is like international market, you need to meet some foreign exchange fluctuation, and sometimes they are up, and sometimes maybe dramatically. So for like you have tiny profit, this is difficult to manage, and the exchange will eat up all your profit. So for our item, it does not matter because we have enough margin to tolerate their up and down. And also like the product return, and we have very low product return. Almost, I think, top companies less than 1%. Like my friend, he said he got like around 30% return. He said he does not make any money. Why? All the money goes to the return because you get one return and something is bad and you repack it. So for the new buyer, if you have a collection, have very low return, you can sleep well because you don't worry about get a lot of damage or customer already use the products. So this is also very important.
Yeah, and it also keeps your time spent on the business low, not having to worry about these returns as well, too, right?
Yes.
Now, on that subject, could you walk us through as the business stands now? How would you describe the amount of work or the type of work that you're performing on the business currently?
Mainly for nowadays, it's much easier because the brand established and the collection established and all the Amazon stores are established. Only thing I do is just to take a look of the sales and see the inventory on Amazon. And if some inventory is low, get it replenished. And then if the total our inventory is low, get a reorder. And our factory have produced these products for many, many orders. So they know the standards. Just give repeat order and they will make it on extend the order. So it's very easy. Not like before we needed to develop when we develop the product or we needed to factory where to correct and what quality is not good. We have done all these works before. So now you just to give them the repeat order. The only thing is take care of the quality. So a factory have produced many times, but you still need to be very tough on their quality control. So if you don't keep quality closely, maybe the first shipment is a bit less than before. Maybe after 3 or 4 orders, then there will be big difference. So each time, watch closely of the quality. And then look at some like advertisement and mainly, yes, only you want to maintain the business, it's very easy and take very few time. But if you want to expand this business and there is a huge market there, then I would suggest you put more time there because time you spend will get rewarded.
Yeah, it's a really great mention there again. And it's also something that you do have currently in place, having an inspector to help with that quality assurance and making sure that the orders are staying up to the high standards that you've set. So that's really all great information there. Now, do you feel that there are any particular skills that a new owner would need to be successful with this business?
I think the only skill is the new buyer, he or she wants to learn because this is not a very difficult business and everything is established. And I will, of course, I have all the ways for so many years. So that means all the road is quite clear and where to go and where to how to back. So as they want to learn, I will give them all the support to make the transition as smooth as possible.
Okay. That's really great to see that you kind of have the roadmap already laid out for the new owner. Ultimately having those skills already under their belt, they could be very successful with this business. So that's always great to hear. So just a few more final housekeeping questions for you, Lean. So how much support are you willing to offer potential buyers? Are you going with the typical 30 days of email and Skype call support, or did you have something in addition that you would like to add on to that?
For standard support, like 1 month and email, that's fine. I do not have any problem. If the buyer they need, I can give more help. This we can talk about it and according to the what kind of terms. And I try to give my full support. I also want them to succeed because I want this brand to go bigger, not in their hand and finally it disappears. It's not my hope. So I want them to do well and make the brand worldwide and make more business. So I will try my best.
Oh, it's really great to hear that. And I'm sure all of our potential buyers that are listening to this call can also see the value in that added support and you wanting to see the business continue on with the new owner and be very successful. So that's always great to hear that. Now, Lean, are you open to negotiating something like an earnout where you'll receive a large portion of the sales price up front and then smaller payments closing out the deal after that?
There is a possibility to talk about the earnout. I'm open as long as I think it's good to business and to the transaction. So it's fine for me.
Okay. And then are you willing to commit to a non-compete?
Oh, yes, because actually our line is very difficult for other people to compete. Because for me, I'm getting retired. What's the use? If I want to make another company, then I just run this company better, right? And if other people, I have other people because this collection has many patents and the brand is well established. So I think so far from what we have seen, and no people want to like follow us or copy us.
Yeah, that's really great to hear that as well. And obviously, you have other items and other businesses on your mind that you're running and maintaining at the same time. So that's always great to hear that. Now, just a few last questions for you, Lean. So putting yourself in the shoes of a buyer, why do you think that this business is worth buying?
For this business, I think it has some advantages. The first, the business has a unique collection of office products, or we say like desktop accessories. No company has similar items. You don't get any competition from others. So if you run a company selling similar products with others, okay, today you sell $10. Tomorrow they sell 9.90, and the day after tomorrow you have to sell 9.80. And go and buy. Everybody does not make money because it's too hard for the competition, particularly online. Everybody sees the price. But for online, then you put the price as you like because there's nobody is selling the same product. And this is a unique line. So this is the first. The second is this line has a much higher margin. Not like other companies, their margin is very tiny and you have small mistake and it will eat everything up. For example, like advertising, right? We use pay per click, Amazon's this one. So suppose a click is 50 cents. For a product, $5, then 50 cents is almost like 10%, eat up a 10% profit, right? But for us, our product is from $40 to $200. So average is over like something like $70. Then for the $70 to have the same keyword collect 50 cents, it's less than 1%. So this is also the second advantage. The third, sometimes we do like run a company and you have products. Some products, they have expiration. And after a while, they get outdated or expired or decayed or something rusted. Our product made of high quality stainless steel. So even you put it in the box for several years, you take it out, you still can sell at that price. So that means you do not, so many people lose money because they have too many inventory. And after years, these inventory you cannot sell because they like already changed or something get wrong or something changed. But our product, you after several years, you still as new as before. So you can keep on selling all the time. So that's also where you save money. I think this is the advantage of the company. And also, the fourth is it has 4 patents. These patents worth money, right? And if you sell just the patents can worth a lot of money.
Yeah, absolutely. That's all really plays a great part in building the foundation of this business. And you've spent a lot of time making sure to build high quality items and a high quality brand. So I'm sure all of our potential buyers can also see the value in that. And that pretty much wraps up this call, Lian. Was there anything else that you'd like to share that I might have missed?
I think everything we have talked about. I only want to find a buyer, the buyer that really want to expand this business and make it bigger and sell it all over the world. This is really what I want to see it to happen.
Yeah, absolutely. And all right, with that said, I think this is the perfect place to wrap up here. So, Lian, really thank you so much for sharing your story and joining us on today's episode. And I hope your business is purchased in the near future by the right buyer.
Thank you so much, Braden. It's a great pleasure to be with you.
Yeah, thank you as well. And all right, everyone, thanks for listening. To learn more and to see if this listing has already been sold, head over to empireflippers.com/marketplace and search for listing number 55710. If you're watching this on YouTube, click the link in the description to go straight to the listing. And once you've unlocked this listing, you'll be given everything you need to know about this business. So until next time, enjoy your digital journey.